I didn't knock. I didn't check the room number. I just pushed the door open. And locked eyes with a woman who wasn't supposed to exist in my life. She was bald. Tubes everywhere. A heart monitor screaming what her mouth couldn't say. "You're not my nurse," she whispered. 8 months later. I was standing beside her, in a white dress, while doctors who once pitied her, stood silent. The pain before the door opened. I wasn't supposed to be there that day. I had come to visit my uncle, post-surgery, routine check, boring hallway smell of antiseptic and disappointment. My phone buzzed non-stop with work emails, reminders of a life that felt painfully empty. 32 years old. Good job. Decent apartment. Zero purpose. Everyone around me was building families. I was just surviving. When I reached the 3rd floor, I took a left instead of a right. Wrong wing. Wrong corridor. Wrong door. Or maybe, the most right mistake of my life. The woman with no visitors. The room was quiet in a way that felt disrespectful. No flowers. No cards. No family chatter. Just the slow, uneven beep of a heart monitor. She turned her head slowly, like it hurt to do even that. Her eyes were bright. Too bright for someone this close to the edge. "You're early," she said softly. I froze. I'm sorry. Wrong room. She smiled. Not bitter. Not angry. Just tired. "Happens," she said. "No one comes anyway." That line landed like a punch. I glanced at the visitor chair. Empty. Dusty. "How long have you been here?" I asked. 3 months, she replied. Stage 4. Ovarian. She said it like she was reading weather. The injustice no one talks about. Over the next few days, guilt pulled me back. Then curiosity. Then something deeper. I learned her name was Emily. Her parents were gone. Her only brother had emotionally detached. Friends visited once, then disappeared. Cancer made her inconvenient. Doctors spoke about her, not to her. Nurses rushed. Pity replaced dignity. I watched it happen. And something inside me burned. She deserved better. We talked. About stupid TV shows. About childhood dreams. About fear at 3 a.m. when the lights dimmed and courage ran out. Sometimes she cried silently, staring at the ceiling. I'd sit there. Say nothing. Just present. One night she whispered. "People leave when hope becomes expensive." I felt that sentence crawl into my bones. The real villain wasn't a person. It was abandonment. The hospital staff who assumed she wouldn't last. The family who didn't want to watch her die. The system that slowly erased her humanity. They spoke in probabilities. She lived in moments. And I made a decision. I wasn't leaving. The doctor's words. One afternoon, the oncologist pulled me aside. "You should prepare yourself," he said gently. "She doesn't have long." That night, Emily looked at me and said, "If I don't make it, thank you for seeing me." Not saving. Not fixing. Just seeing. That broke me. She qualified for an experimental treatment. The hospital said it wasn't worth the cost. I fought. Emails. Calls. Paperwork. Fundraisers. People who ignored her name suddenly had to say it out loud. Emily survived the first round. Then the second. Hair started growing back. Color returned to her face. And suddenly, the same doctors who dismissed her, smiled differently. That was the first taste of justice. We didn't rush. We were scared. But one evening, as rain tapped against the hospital window, she said, "If I live, I want a life. Not leftovers." I took her hand. "Then let's build one." 8 months later. Hospital chapel. Same nurses who once whispered. Same doctors who once doubted. Emily walked down the aisle. No tubes. No machines. Just strength. The world that abandoned her had front row seats. That was the revenge. Living. Thriving. Loving loudly. When the priest said, "You may kiss the bride," she laughed through tears and whispered, "They were wrong." And for the first time, so was death. Sometimes revenge isn't destruction. It's survival. It's proving that even when the world walks away, love can still walk in. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button, red heart. Comment below, do you believe fate brings people together? And don't forget to subscribe to Storix Daily. Because the most powerful stories are the ones that almost never happened.